Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Lee Lard.
And I'm Rachel Hobbs. Let's take a look at the news.
Last night at around 7:40 p.m., Bradley University Police issued a lockdown on campus regarding an intruder. Students were placed on lockdown from 7:40 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. As the lockdown was dissolved, students were asked to remain inside until further notice, and normal campus movement continued shortly after at 10:12 p.m. While students sheltered in place, many rumors circulated around campus, from a bomb threat to an active shooter. Many students and parents on social media criticized the Bradley University Police Department due to a lack of communication and the campus emergency operations plan appearing to not have been updated since 2015. Yet as of today at 10 a.m., President Stephen Standiford announced that they will be reviewing the plan.
Intruder on campus.
Peoria
Lockdown immediately.
Peoria Police spokesperson Simone Roth confirmed at 8 p.m. that the lockdown was caused by a bomb threat to the Beck. According to a press conference with law enforcement, the BUPD received information regarding a phone call alerting a bomb threat to the BECC, the Peoria Police Department, the BUPD, and EOD team swept the Beck, and it was marked all clear at 9:55 p.m. With no sign of any suspicious materials. The situation is currently being investigated and more information will be available soon. We here at BUTV want to remind you that these circumstances can be emotionally distressing. If you need someone to talk to, please reach out to Bradley's Counseling Department at 309-677-2700. Stay safe out there, Braves. The National MS Society of Peoria hosted their annual walk last Sunday at Junction City. The MS Society raises over $50,000 at this event. The MS Society helps ensure people with MS across the country are getting the resources they need. The MS Society also helps fund national research that will allow people to know more about the disease. For more information, visit nationalmssociety.org.
Phi Chi Theta hosted a pet philanthropy event last Friday for their fraternity. They charged $2 for people to pet dogs along Olin Quad. There were a few puppies and dogs that were running around and people were having a good time petting them. These animals are available for adoption at the local Peoria Humane Society as well.
Phi Beta Sigma is a new fraternity on Bradley's campus for Black students that focuses on academics. Our reporter Tyler Tuckus spoke to Justin Fitzpatrick about his plan to incorporate it on campus.
The National Pan-Hellenic Council at Bradley University is currently composed of 6 of the 9 Black international fraternities and sororities. Justin Fitzgerald, a current student here at Bradley University, is looking to change that as he is paving the way for Phi Beta Sigma to be included on campus.
Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, we do things a bit different. We value education at its highest. So our number one priority is for everyone to do the best they can in the classroom, and the social aspect will come next. Being a fraternity, we obviously do care about the social aspect and having fun, but we also care about education as our number one priority.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity is a historically African-American organization founded at Howard University in 1914 by 3 African-American students. With this in mind, Justin is determined to recruit as many people as he can.
The first goal is that we can recruit more members so we can become a full fraternity. Right now it's just me. So we're hoping to get at least 5 people to become active on Bradley's campus. Our next goal is to be able to create more unity between the MPHC and the IFC organizations and throw events together, create more diversity on campus, and to be able to, throw events and have us all thrive together.
Since its founding, more than 200,000 men have dedicated themselves to enhancing and promoting systematic fellowship, justice, and equal rights to serve America's communities.
To get more involved with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, I would first recommend do a quick Google search and pull up our website. So if you search Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity website, you'll immediately be brought to our page, and I'd recommend checking out some of our history. That's the first step to really learning what we're all about and how it might interest you.
If you want more information on Phi Beta Sigma and all that the organization has to offer, visit their website at phibetasigma1914.org to join a legacy of culture, vision, and leadership. For BUTV News, I'm Titus Tucker.
The Forest Park Nature Center hosted an Earth Day festival last Saturday. The weather may not have been the best, but that didn't stop anyone. Various booths were set up outside that represent a sustainable and healthy environment in Peoria. There were booths with thrifted clothes, homemade dietary-friendly foods, and informational booths. The Peoria Zoo also had a booth inside, and they brought a friend named Mr. Snake. Hopefully they can do this event again next year with some better weather.
Fashion Revolutionary Week is underway, and many events are happening across campus all week long. Monday kicked it off with a free minor sewing repairs in the Student Center. The tabling was from 1 to 2 p.m. and offered repairs for minor damages such as hemmings, rips, and missing buttons. The average American throws away 82 pounds of textile waste annually. FCS 237 wants to change this and help Bradley with more sustainable by making your clothes last longer.
This is something that I just believe all colleges need, because think about it. Many students come and go. I know they need repairs. And so they're just going to trash them if no one repairs them.
Sustainability is in and fast fashion is out. For more events for Fashion Revolutionary Week, visit the Hilltop Happenings page.
After the break, our weatherman Alec will be filling us in on how the weather is looking this week.
And Ty with our entertainment news next.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
To Sofia and Gabriel, mis flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
This semester tornado season has felt really bad. Y'all remember last week?
That was crazy. I was actually stuck in my car when it was hailing, and I'm telling you, the hail was like the size of a big ice cube. It was like people were throwing rocks at my car.
Oh my goodness.
Rain was just coming down, and it was just horrible. They call Kansas Tornado Alley, but what about Illinois?
Right?
Am I right?
Right, exactly.
As we are wrapping up this semester, we're met with some amazing weather out there today. The sun is shining bright, and it's a fun day to be outdoors. Let's take a look outside. After last week's constant start changes, you can see here we're making progress towards summer. Luscious green leaves and grass as far as the eye can see. A fun day to go out on the quad and do some activities and have ice cream. Will we end the semester off with a sunny week ahead, or will we have another thunderstorm? Your favorite weatherman is here to tell you what's up. All right, let's check out the radar. As you can see, there's something down here, but it seems another clear sunny day ahead of us. Maybe take a study break and do something outdoors. Now let's transition to those temperatures. Early on, we were in the 50s this morning, and now we're transitioning into a warmer 60s. With these new temperatures, it's a perfect balance of needing no AC and also needing no long clothes. Our 5-day forecast is looking pretty good. Partly cloudy with seasonably mild high temperatures headed into the last day of classes next week with some chilly lows in the 40s. Now over to Ty with some entertainment news.
Thank you, Alec. Rapper Designer was charged with a federal count of indecent exposure on an aircraft. The misdemeanor against Designer, whose real name is Sidney Royal Selby III, can get him up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. It all started on a Delta flight where Selby was caught 3 different times during the flight by passengers and flight attendants. He was taken to the back of the plane where he apologized to his security guard. He was detained soon after the plane landed. In a tweet Thursday, Selby said that he was sorry and ashamed of his actions. This is not the first his encounter with the law. In 2016, he was arrested after another driver claimed he was waving a handgun on the road, but charges were dropped. What's your favorite scary movie? Hopefully it's Scream, because this weekend I went and saw Scream 6 before it left theaters. Check it out.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale.
After the traumatizing events that happened to the Carpenter sisters in Scream 5, the sisters are back again as it appears that no one can escape Ghostface. With the new setting being the bustling city of New York, nowhere is safe and chaos is soon to ensue as the sisters have to try and figure out who has acquired the mask.
This is not your normal Scream. Ghostface is going to be the pinnacle of sort of how crazy you can get, but without changing the core DNA of Scream, which is the fun.
Scream 6 has many twists and turns in the story and keeps viewers on the edge of their seats as they try and figure out who the killer or killers are. A mix of returning characters such as Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savvy Brown as Mindy and Chad Meeks Martin from Scream 5, and Tara and Sam Carpenter played by none other than Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega.
Anytime you get to work with people that you love, you're very, very lucky. I feel very, very fortunate. But then two, it's I came into this job knowing it was just going to be a good time, and it wasn't going to feel like work, which is really, really cool.
With the cheesy cliches found in most of the Scream movies, it is a great watch for those who are fans of slasher films and is a great addition to the Scream franchise.
One of the great things about this movie is that you're never taking your foot off the gas on this movie. And this movie, and I think, you start to see it in some of the materials that are out there right now, it is a full ride. But you still have the DNA of what a Scream movie is.
You got a problem here, guy?
However, the movie overall wasn't as scary as I hoped it would be, but still enjoyable. Apparently Scream 6 is the last movie in the franchise, but we will have to wait and see what will happen next.
Rise.
Overall, as a fan of slasher films, it's earned a spot towards the middle of my rankings list and earned a 7.5 slashes out of 10 for me. Jamie Foxx was hospitalized for an undisclosed medical issue last week. Fox's daughter, Corinne Foxx, wrote on Instagram that he experienced a medical complication and is currently recovering thanks to the great care of the hospital. Eddie Murphy said his prayers to Foxx when he was honored with the Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Another source said he's awake and alert and they are keeping him under observation. No further details have been shared about the medical issue.
I've got to be honest, I don't like horror movies. What do you guys think?
Love horror movies.
See, I don't either, and I actually did watch Scream, and it was pretty good, but I was scared. I'm not gonna lie.
I love horror movies. They're a work of art if done right.
Yeah,
very true.
After the break, our field reporter Julia Hunt will be interviewing Jack Batts, the newly elected student body president.
And Campus Convos with Jade Mitchell.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never, become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on... Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Earlier this month, elections were held for next year's Student Senate. In a shocking turn of events this year, only one person ran for president. Today, BUTV reporter Julia Hunt is here with our new student body president, Jack Batts.
Yes, I'm here with Jack Batts, who is here to tell us a little bit about what he plans to implement as he takes on student body president. Thank you so much for being here today. Can you tell us how long you've been involved with student government?
Yeah, so I've been in Student Senate for a while now. This is actually my third year, going on my fourth year in Senate. I started all the way back in my freshman year as a freshman senator, and then I worked my way up my sophomore year to a chairperson position, where I served for my sophomore year, and then my junior year I also became a chairperson, and then now working my way up to student body president.
Awesome. And what inspired you to run for that role?
Yeah, so I've been really interested in being president for a while now. I had some interest last year, but things were getting a little busy. I didn't really think it was the right time. And this year I saw definitely some need of work in the Senate itself, in the campus as a whole, so I thought it would be a perfect time to step up. And since I know there wasn't going to be a whole lot of interest from other people in the Senate, I thought it would be a perfect time to take that leap.
As student body president, how do you plan to represent the student body as a whole?
Yeah, so it's not the easiest thing to represent a bunch of students. So it really comes to listening to the people in my Senate. They're supposed to represent different constituencies, have other SBOs with me that have their ears to the ground in different areas. So it's really listening when things come up, because you'll start to see a certain vibe and hear a lot of things from different people. So it's really important that you listen to those people in the Senate, because we have freshmen, sophomore, junior senators, seniors. We have senators for each of the colleges, graduate senators. So those people should be in touch with their constituency, and making sure that I listen to them and they bring valuable information to me is really how I like to keep in touch.
Yes. And what are some ideas that you have to help facilitate communication between both students and administration? Yeah, so it's been a tough thing in the past. Getting that barrier between the Senate, the students, and administration is not easy. So being in Senate and being president, particularly, does give me some good avenues. So, like, for instance, I'm meeting with the president on Monday, and I'm meeting with the director of marketing on Friday. So those avenues that I have personally, being able to have these meetings and talk with administration easier, is really a great thing for me and for the Senate. So listening to those issues, and when they come to me, and really being able to get those direct contacts with administration, and really to get those feedbacks in person, and just really push those things on them. Because hearing from an email and hearing from someone in person is two very different things. They might hear something in general from the campus, but they're not really talking to students as much as we are. So those things are really important. Absolutely. And as a student, what are some issues that you've noticed that you want to address while as student body president?
Yeah, so one of the first things that I'm looking forward to addressing is marking hours. So that was one thing that I campaigned on, and a certain thing that I know me and a lot of other students have issues with. Pre-COVID, hours were completely different. They were a lot longer and gave students more time to exercise and use the facilities. And since COVID, they really scared them back. And so really trying to get those pre-COVID hours back and give students the ability to go to Marken at different hours is really something I'm looking forward to. And then just working as things come up. Senate's a very reactionary body, so when things come up, we like to really take action as soon as possible. So especially like as you noticed yesterday, there was a big incident. So stuff like that's something that we're really going to be keeping an eye on.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about some of your plans. We really appreciate it. For BUTV News, this is Julia Hunt.
We are almost at the end of the semester, meaning finals are about to take all of our time up with preparation and studying. Campus Convo's reporter Jade Mitchell is on the scene at Student Center, asking students about their study habits.
Good evening, Bradley University. This is a marvelous Monday afternoon. Today we are here in the Student Center where we'll be going over finals inquiries and students' opinions on study tips. Let's go see what they have to say. With finals coming up, how many finals do you have to take?
Officially, like tests, I only have 2, so it's not that bad.
I have 0.
I have 4. I think I have 3.
I have 3 finals to take. I got like 4.
4? I think 3 or 4. How about you? I think I'm around 4 too. 4. Yeah, 4.
What study tools are you using to prepare yourself for finals?
Studying like 2 weeks in advance, and also like forming study groups for each class.
I mean, same with me. I'm doing like study groups with friends, which is easier, and then I'm getting like most of my work done. Then like the only thing I got to worry about is the exams.
Study guides, Quizlet.
I do flashcards and Quizlet, study it in 30-minute increments. Flashcards, Look It, Quizlet. She stole mine. Look It. I suggest Look It. Okay. Best thing ever. It's like better than Kahoot. Yeah.
So I use a lot of Quizlet, so that helps me because I like the visual aspect of it, so like the flipping back and forth of flashcards type of. So that's like my go-to usually for studying.
What kind of music do you listen to while you're studying?
I listen to Afrobeats, and a bit of pop music and R&B.
Same. I normally just listen to R&B because that's what I listen to all the time. So I listen to like albums. I'm not usually an album person, but I'll listen to all of Adele, all of Taylor Swift. Yeah.
A lot of R&B.
Anything. I don't mind as long as it gets me in the mood and just chill. That's all I care about.
Sad music.
Gospel music.
Do you have any words and advice on how to make better study habits?
Just keep going.
Looking through the textbook, I feel like a lot of people don't look at their textbook and just look through the slides, but sometimes if you don't understand something, looking through the textbook can really help.
Find a group of people that you like to study with.
Do it when you don't feel like it because it becomes easier when you do it.
That's fine.
Really just push yourself to do it. That's the only way to get through it.
For my final words of wisdom for finals week, I ask students to visit office hours and gain any supplemental instruction from faculty and TA staff. This is our last BUTV Campus Convos for the week, and I want to thank you everybody for tuning in and appreciating. I wish all those good Braves out there luck for their finals week, and I'm Jade Mitchell for BUTV News.
Thursday night, Carrie Grady came to speak at Bradley's Visual Voice with insight into the graphic design industry.
Carrie Grady is an award-winning graphic designer that came to Bradley to talk about his new book, From Pencil to Mouse, 40 Years of Graphic Design. It is the first and only collection of his work. It also includes some more current work made by his own firm.
Grady Campbell is a full-service design and branding firm in Chicago. Started that 34 years ago. So we do a full range of design, from digital to print to film. We design things that last, but most of all that are practical and support our clients' needs.
Carrie spoke about his experience and how he got involved in the industry. He even spoke of his first works featured in his book that showcase his passion for making designs that can stand the test of time, and talked about what inspires him to create timeless designs.
It can be as spontaneous as something I see. In fact, I talked to students today and was inspired by some of their ideas.
The event ended with a student Q&A, which gave students the opportunity to ask more questions. It was well attended and everyone seemed to enjoy it. For BUTV, I'm Julia Somerville.
After the break, we have a special dual sports segment with Megan and Dylan.
And later on, a look into Fuse.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. You nurture, we listen. You teach, we thrive. You lift our spirits, but we've got to lay down the truth. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the stars. A free online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Start saving more for retirement so you can feel prepared and live your life to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Hello and welcome back to BUTV Sports. I'm Dylan Baus.
And I'm Megan Ruger-Smith. All right, it's time to take a look at the sports stories that we have. This is BUTV's 1 hour special, so there's a lot going on. Let's get started. So Bradley Braves baseball is back and better than ever as we go into the largest school in Illinois, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. U of I sits in the middle of a tough Big Ten conference as the Braves look to climb up the MVC standings. Here we see the game against Illinois State where Bradley scored 19 runs and Illinois State only had 3 right there. We see Augie Rasmussen with a double over at second. Just some great pitching overall from Illinois State that series, and it was just an all-around great series, and Bradley was able to pull out a wonderful win. Now yesterday, you can see here, this was the Bradley Braves, and they were facing off against Illinois. A stolen base, a lot of stolen bases, a lot of runs scored on both teams, but Bradley was successful with stopping the series sweep. So great job by Bradley. And we'll also take a look at softball while we're here. So the series recap against softball, the Braves were up 2 against the Southern Illinois Salukis for an instant classic for the Braves organization. A tough SIU team gave the Braves a run for their money as their impressive record was relative to the current MVC standings made the matchup favoring the Salukis. But the Braves did not let that discourage them one bit, with them winning the series in a 2-1 split, as I already mentioned. First game was really close. Both teams tied in the 5th inning. The Braves scored 2 runs in the 6th to the SIU's 1 run, leading them to win their first game. The second game, SIU came out swinging with 3 runs in the 1st inning, and the Bradley Braves were down early. But once again, this stopped nobody as the Braves went up 1 run in the last inning, finally winning 6-5. The final game was won by SIU with their 2 runs in the 6th inning, sealing it for the Salukis. Now, the last game, the softball Braves will be playing against UIC starting this Friday and spanning over the weekend, so good luck to them in this Valley Conference matchup.
Taking a look into the tennis season, your 6-seeded Bradley tennis team played a tough matchup against Belmont's 3-seeded team this past weekend, with the series being lost 1-4. The team played their hearts out the entire season, finishing 2-6 in conference and 7-14 as the overall record to end the season. The Braves had a tough last stretch with a loss streak accumulating leading up to the tournament. The Drake Bulldogs beat out Illinois State 4-3 to win the title as the 2 seed. Here at BUTV News, we want to give some recognition to the athletes that perform well on and off the court. Junior Mandela Andrade, sorry if I slaughtered that, was acknowledged by the MVC as a first-team scholar athlete with a 4.0 GPA as a health science and kinesiology major at Bradley. A little congratulations to the tennis team on their season and good luck in the off-season. Also, this last week, the MVC hosted their annual tournament at the Oakwood Country Club, notable for hosting the famous John Deere Classic. The Braves traveled to the edge of the state to take on the powerful MVC competition in an effort to bring home the coveted men's golf championship. The Braves shot a total 858 strokes, which translated to 6 over par, with the final score was just 2 strokes behind the third-place NIU Panthers. Illinois State took home the win, shooting a historic 16 strokes under, with the second-best score in the history of the tournament. The MVC made all their conference list immediately following the tournament, where 2 of our Braves were lucky enough to make the cut. Josh Kirkham and Roy Redd were some of the first names mentioned in the list, as their performance in the tournament solidified them a spot on the list. A competitive performance from the Braves should create some momentum going into the offseason, and we hope to be back better than ever for the 2024 season. Great job to everyone on the team, and we'll be counting down the days until their next competition.
All right, so it is almost time for baseball playoffs. Who do you think is going to win the Valley Conference this year?
As much as I want the Braves to,
The Braves in last place?
I don't think that might be realistic,
Okay.
but just to kind of recap, who's in the top couple of spots right now?
Right now we have Indiana State. I know that Missouri State is always up
They're
there
always
as well.
good, right?
The Aces are doing pretty good this year.
The Purple Aces? Wow,
Purple
that's
Aces, yeah.
usually not the
I
case,
know.
especially when it comes to basketball, but I'll be ready for that season. It's the off season. We got a couple of transfers, so it's going to be pretty interesting for here up at Peoria. But up next, we have some exclusives on someone you should know.
And later, on a story about Bocce's Pizza.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
You know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recently, our reporter sat down with someone you should know, Dakota Horn. Dakota is the Associate Dean for the Slane College of Communications and Fine Arts. Let's get to know Dakota.
Dr. Dakota Horn was recently promoted to Associate Dean. He has many roles within the Communication Department at Bradley University.
So I oversee the Com 103 program. I still teach in the Communication Department. So I wear lots of different hats, but really, if it's curriculum and how we can be better teachers, better students, that's what I oversee and help people do.
Dr. Horn can easily relate to student experiences and their needs because he was recently in their shoes.
Just a few years ago, I was finishing up my doctorate, right? So I'm very fresh and from a student perspective of what do we want from a college experience? What do we want in the classroom?
Following his recent promotion, Dr. Horn has shifted his focus to the overall direction of the department, specifically providing students with the same learning opportunities and innovative learning that they currently enjoy.
To me, my number one concern is to not become complacent as a university and teach in the old ways. We need to continually modify how we teach, what we teach, who we teach it to, and how we connect with those students. And so that should be forefront. It should always be on my desk to be like, okay, here's what we're doing and how can I help facilitate you.
Throughout his Bradley career, there's always been one thing that motivates him above everything else.
Students every single day will be why I come in here and do what I do. The minute that I don't enjoy working with students, I know it's time for me to hang it up. So as long, when I took this job, I said I have to teach. No matter how much work that I do here, I have to be in the classroom because students are really important to me. And I just love it.
In and out of the classroom, Dr. Horn preaches valuable advice for students to succeed.
Care about your education, advocate for yourself, and push everybody to make that learning experience the best that it can be.
You can find Dr. Horn in his new office on the ground floor of GCC 101. He is always eager to talk with students and help them get the most out of their Bradley experience. For BUTV News, I'm Cole St. Ives.
While Fuse may be a big event for game design and computer science majors, it can also be a big showcase for animation majors as well. Animation majors had a huge showcase at the Riverfront Museum Giant Screen Theater, where throughout the entire Fuse event, their projects were being shown. Audiences could come in at different times and see the hard work that these students have been putting into their projects for the past semester.
If you didn't go to Fuse this year, you definitely should check it out next year. I had a very good time.
See, I was unfortunately not able to attend, but I did see a lot of fun pictures. I'm like, I need to go next year.
Absolutely. After the break, we have an interview with the creator of Step 2 Sanitize from the Big Idea competition, Rocco Marcello.
And some insight into the interactive media department's Fuse.
What are you doing here? You should be out at the party. Are you thinking about what happened? Girl, you know he was drinking. He probably just had too much. You know he would never do that to you. Come on, don't tell your friends. If you tell them, they're gonna judge us and then we're not gonna get invited to parties. Come on, let's go. I'll be right out! Come on, let's go. You don't want to ruin the night.
Hey, I've been looking for you everywhere. Is everything okay?
I don't think so. Can we talk?
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The Big Idea competition is an event hosted by the Turner School of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Students create teams to develop a showcase product for students and people within the community. BUTV reporter Julia Hunt joins us once again to talk to the creators of Step 2 Sanitize.
Yes, I am here with Rocco Marcello, who's here to tell us a little bit about his product. So tell us, what is your product? What does it do?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. So basically the idea behind our product was we were trying to decrease the amount of bacteria that's coming in and out of high traffic foot areas. So our main target was hospitals, obviously, but this also includes nursing homes, clinics, etc. So with our device, it's similar to UV ray products that are on the market right now, but what's different from ours is that it actually uses a solution. So our advisor, Dr. Faulkner, she is the biology department chair and associate professor here right now. She helped us do some experiment designing to test and create some different solutions so that we could actually decrease the spread of bacteria on the soles of people's shoes by 99.9%.
Wow. And what inspired you to come up with this and create it?
Yeah, so what really inspired us is that my sister is an orthopedic nurse back home in Chicago, and every time she comes home from work, we have her take her shoes off in the garage because we don't want her bringing back anything that she could be tracking from the hospital. So some research we did is that 27% of the bacteria on your shoes is actually deadly, and this includes bacteria such as E. coli, C. diff, and even COVID.
Wow. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't even consider. What are some of the challenges that you faced while in creation of this product?
Yeah, so some of the challenges we faced was obviously funding. You know, being 4 college students, it was kind of hard to gather all the money that was needed to create this product, but thankfully we got some grants from the school and we were actually able to get the necessary parts to create our first prototype. So although we're still in the development of our product right now, we were able to display this prototype at the initial trade show, which allowed us to show people how it worked. So basically, how it works is by stepping your foot onto our product, it is a sensor-activated machine. So once the device detects your shoes on there, it will spray a light mist of our solution that will then coat the bottom of your shoes.
And despite the challenges that you went through to create this product, what is your biggest takeaway from this experience?
The biggest takeaway from this experience for me personally was honestly the business aspect of it. I'm a kinesiology student, so I never really delved into the business sense of things. You know, I was really good at the science sense of it, but looking to things like market analysis, financials, projections, that was a really cool experience for me, and I can like firsthand say that I was able to be a part of something and understand how startup companies truly work now and understand how hard it actually is.
And as you continue development on this, what are some ideas you have to make it even better?
Yeah, so some feedback we got from people was shoe sizes, different types of shoes, so even allergies. Some people have allergies to different solutions. So throughout the process of this, we're trying to figure out the dimensions, figure out how big, how wide we want to finish making it, and then like I said, our advisor has been really helpful in helping us create a solution that's been really beneficial. And for us, our best solution has been a combination of rubbing alcohol and water. And this also has the least amount of, let's say, materials in it that can cause allergic reactions for most people as well.
All right, and we're almost out of time, but do you have any advice for people who want to create their own products?
Yeah, I mean, find the right group of people, find people that are motivated, and get started. I mean, the hardest part is starting it, and once you get started, just keep rolling with it because the opportunities are endless. I'm really glad I got to meet the people I did and have the experiences I did.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been really informational, and I'm sure a lot of people have taken a lot away from this. So thank you so much. For BUTV News, this is Julia Hunt.
What's your favorite kind of pizza? Well, what if I told you a Bradley alum was writing a book on pizza? How about we go check it out?
Adam Sinkowitz is a graduate from Bradley in construction management and was a STARS tour guide. Starting in civil engineering, he soon found a love for construction management and stuck with it for his years here at Bradley. With COVID giving a lot of free time, Adam found a new hobby unlike any other.
But I narrowed down on construction management, and that's what I do today. But on the side, I write kids' books.
Adam began writing and illustrating his own children's books after realizing he had a knack for doodling and a vision of something great.
In high school, where I had a bunch of drawings, I had a pelican character that I just drew up, and I'm like, maybe I could make this into something. Maybe I could draw him with like a hammer, like working on a roof or something like that. The main thing that led me to writing kids' books is over COVID, I had a bunch of free time, my internship got canceled, and that led me to writing my Big Day on Site.
Adam currently has 2 self-published books under his belt, Big Day on Site with Pecan Pelican and Sam Fish, as well as Soulful Mr. Sunshine, which follows Ollie O'Peel, an alligator that sells oranges. Each book is completely done by Adam himself.
Everything is homemade from scratch. I use minor editing just for colors and whatnot, but this is all, I have the physical paper cutouts and everything for this.
With a new book on its way, Adam is looking forward to sharing his new story and illustrations.
So the big pizza book, so it's called formally Fogarty Frog and Wendy Worm present the Big Pizza Book. It's a long title. I came up with the line, some pizzas are big, some pizzas are small. Some pizzas are ordered by making a call. And I kind of wrote it out, and I'm like, I like the rhythm of this. Let me keep it going. So then I kind of decided to come up with a story about a frog and a worm that work in a pizza parlor, and just how to, it's really simple, just how to make pizzas from their perspective. And there are a few cameos along the way too, maybe from other book characters.
If you're a fan of Adam's 2 previous books, then you'll be happy to learn the upcoming release date.
May 1st, that's the date. So within the next week, unless like there's a terrible accident or something happens, May 1st is the plan. And I'm excited.
If you're a fan of children's books, or if you have any younger siblings or cousins, be sure to check out Adam's newest book, The Big Pizza Book, available on Amazon and in select bookstores on May 1st. For BUTV News, I'm Jake Buds.
Layer bricks up to the sky.
Last Saturday, Bradley's Interactive Media Department hosted their Fuse event at the Riverfront Museum. A BUTV reporter was on the scene and is able to tell us more.
Fuse is a showcase where game design and animation students who have been working on projects for the past 2 semesters are able to show their games to the public. Last Saturday, they took over the Riverfront Museum, with exhibits all throughout the building from the giant screen theater to the planetarium dome.
So the goal behind Fuse is really to be able to showcase all of the really important work and amazing work that our students have been doing all year long. We have exhibits that are multidisciplinary projects that are here today. Those are called catapult projects. We've also got capstone projects, which are our senior projects here at Bradley. Lots of majors do them, and for our game design, they have to create an entire game. And for our animation students, they make an entire animated film. It's a short film, but it's still very impressive, and we're showing them here at the giant screen theater.
Not only have students been working hard on their own projects for the past 2 semesters, but they also have to put a lot of work in to make sure their exhibits look good during the showcase.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. Not only do exhibits have to put all of their work together and get things done in time for Fuse, but we also have to load in a lot of our own material into the museum to make sure that everything can run like this. And then we just have, in general, working with the museum to make sure that we are respecting the works that they have here.
The variety of projects throughout the event was massive, including card games, VR and computer games, and many more.
There's something for everyone here. We've got touch table experiences, PC experiences. We have things for VR, which is incredibly impressive. A development cycle that is so different than developing for anything else. And that's just the games. We've also got the animations that are showing in both the Giant Screen Theater and the Dome Planetarium that I know so many students have put so much work into. And so there's just so many things that you can come and see.
If you're interested in attending Fuse in the future, be on the lookout for playtesting events and Hilltop happenings in the next Fuse showcase in the spring of 2024. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Palazzolo.
To see more exclusive content from Fuse, visit the BUTV News website at butvnews.bradley.edu. You've seen their work and heard their voices all semester, but this week you'll get to see them all. BUTV's Videographers brings a restaurant review like you haven't seen here before.
All right, guys. So today we are in the green room. We are going to be trying Dang, Banh Mi, and Poke. The Tuna Island Pokeball. I also got a side of fish balls.
I got a salmon teriyaki bowl.
I got the grilled pork sandwich.
I got a chicken teriyaki bowl. Some gyoza on the side.
The Island Bowl, overall, like, pretty good. I've never had, like, raw fish or, like, even cold fish, because I don't think it's, like, raw, but it also kind of looks raw. For overall, like, I'd give it, like, a solid, like, 7 out of 10. Fish balls, I'm giving them a 3 out of 10. Now, the flavor's there, but, like, it's, like, very, 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 very bland.
Super good. Super good.
What are your favorite parts?
Love the veggies. Love the teriyaki flavor. Probably an 8 out of 10.
The pork's really good. I like the carrots. I like the cilantro. There's a lot of celery. And there's jalapenos. I shouldn't have gotten it because it has jalapenos. But I don't know. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
The chicken teriyaki is good. I've had it before, so it's not like I'm tasting anything like brand new. But the gyoza is very good. I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10.
For BUTV News, I'm Owen Mathis.
Jake Buds.
Up next, we have a story about a local nonprofit making a difference in the community.
And a special on the Communication Department's own Dr. Dickhouse.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot me on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride? Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
A local Peoria nonprofit is working with schools to better the community. They are hoping to start up again after COVID.
Look It's My Book is a nonprofit organization that works towards raising the literacy rates in Peoria schools. They do this by holding book distributions at schools to get children excited about reading.
Look It's My Book is an amazing organization. They touch the lives of children. We give over 40,000 books annually to children in K through 4 in District 150 schools, and we're looking to expand that.
Book distributions are now coming back after COVID. The organization is readapting as new members experience seeing how impactful their work is for the first time.
Recently I went to my first distribution and my socks were blown off in terms of the kids and the teachers and the organization. This is something that they look forward to throughout the year.
The board members meet up each month to discuss and talk about the organization's upcoming plans. For BUTV, I'm Julia Somerville.
ComConnect hosted an event this week for Professor Dickhouse and a new book he and his co-authors had written. The event was hosted in the GCC and was open to all students. Let's take a look.
Professor Dickhouse has been at Bradley for 12 years and has just recently put out his own book with 2 other co-authors. The book itself focuses on sports and media and its impact on American culture.
The title is The United States of Sport, Media Framing, and the Influence of the Intersection of Sports and American Culture. And we derived that title just based off of the chapters we selected to write based on their impact on American culture.
Dickhouse and his co-authors focus on the effect people and events have on sports, including an organization created by a past president.
Well, we talk about either events or individuals or things that greatly impacted sports in general. The first chapter of the book is on the role that Theodore Roosevelt played in the establishment of the NCAA and his role in helping to regulate college football.
The inspiration behind writing this book came to Professor Dickhouse and his co-authors from articles they have been putting out for years.
My 2 co-authors and I are all sports comm people. And it was ideas that we kicked around, before we were actually able to do it. And when we sat down to really workshop the idea, we would often talk or write or publish articles about these really important events that occurred in sports that will have, sort of a lasting impact for a very long time.
The authors also wanted to focus on the impact sports has, not just on people, but on American culture as a whole.
What we can't deny is that sports, as we sit here, has a very powerful impact on American culture. And I could argue that our economy is run on sports, right? From how popular our sports leagues are, you can make a compelling case that the National Football League is the most powerful corporation in America. And due to the fact that we were all three sports people, and we appreciate the special impact that sports has, we thought that that was the best way to illustrate how impactful it's been over the course of over 100 years.
If you're interested in learning more about this book and the effect sports has on American culture, you can find it on Amazon or anywhere else that you can buy books. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Palazzolo.
So if you could write a book about anything, what would you write about?
I think I would also probably write a book about sports.
Okay.
I think the team dynamics are really fun.
Okay. I think mine would have to be a murder mystery or something, just to be a thriller.
A good Agatha Christie.
Oh yeah,
kind
for
of
sure,
vibe.
for sure.
Yeah. After the break, Alec will be filling us in on how the weather is looking for the next 5 days.
And a musical performance you've never seen before.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here. But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down. It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl?
Oh,
You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Susie Awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Now let's review our 5-day forecast. We're looking at a first this semester. Consistent weather throughout the rest of the week. It's looking to be partly cloudy with a crisp 60 and 70 degrees each day. Hope you guys have some fun out there and have a good summer vacation.
So how's everybody feeling about the end of the semester?
Stressed. Got a lot of finals and papers to turn in.
Yeah, so not too bad though. Could be worse.
That's pretty good. Now I'm feeling confident, but at the same time, I just want this to be over, all the exams and stuff.
Like, I'm not ready for finals, honestly. Like, I had a presentation I had to give yesterday that got cut off, but like...
I have to cram a bunch of knowledge into my head in order to get caught up on finals.
Yeah, finals are gonna be rough.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's all we've got for you this semester on BUTV News. For all of us here, I'm Lee Lard.
And I'm Rachel Hobbs. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with a brand new performance from John McKee. Have an amazing night.
How y'all doing, Bradley? I'm Johnny Pesos. I'll be performing 2 songs from our debut EP, Be Yourself. Find it on all streaming platforms. Need y'all to turn up a little bit, alright? Everybody at home. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, she say I do too much flexing. I be on the go, so I did not see when you text me. Last year was too rough, but now I don't do no more stressing. Took a couple of losses, I just turned them into lessons. Hey, she say I do too much flexing. I be on the go, so I did not see when you text me. Last year was too rough, but now I don't do no more stressing. Took a couple of losses, I just turned them into lessons. It's the best plan, but you no one else can. I be focused on my guap, Benji, my best friend. Keep some steppers on my side just like a best man. You know I'ma keep it real, can't be no yes man. Keep it real, don't go popping all those pills. Swear I don't know how to feel, I done fell in love with bills. My heart coded, be on chill, swear I cannot sign a deal. That's just worth a couple mil, wait. You know I get to the guap, it'll never stop. Once I make it to the top, just wait till I drop. Remember I was wearing rocks, now the good just fly. This, you know, it don't stop, I don't stop for cops. I remember wearing rocks, all the girls. Swear you beefing with the odds, boy you need to stop. 100,000 on a watch, it don't take no talk. Hey, okay, hey. She say I do too much flexing. I be on the go, so I did not see when you text me. That shit was too rough, but now I don't do no more stressing. Took a couple of losses, I just turned them into lessons. Whoa, she say I do too much flexing. I be on the go, so I did not see when you text me.